Good morning YouTube, what is happening? Today I'm going to share my breakfast with you and what I normally have every day for my breakfast, and it's 7:27 AM here, and this is usually what time I have my breakfast. Especially recently I've been waking up quite early, so let's do the breakfast happening. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil some eggs today because I haven't actually boiled too many eggs in a while. Like yesterday I started boiling some eggs, so I'm going to boil 2 eggs, which I like to wash first. Actually I might boil some more eggs because I'm thinking today I'm going to have maybe about 2 eggs for breakfast. I want to have at least 1 egg for my post-workout and then 2 eggs for dinner, so that will be 5 whole eggs. So I have to adjust that in my diet because I normally have almonds, so I might have to take out some almonds and replace them with the eggs, because 10 almonds is about the same calories as 1 egg. 1 egg is about 80 calories and 10 almonds is 80 calories as well. But 1 egg I find fills me up quite a lot more than just 10 almonds, so I'm thinking might as well do that. So yeah. There's no point of boiling like eggs 3 times a day. Just boil them once. Will save you some time. Okay. Just boiled some water in here. Wow. Alright guys, and in my last cheat day, which was 4 days ago, I just wanted to mention, in my last video I was saying we're going to go for the Italian buffet and pizza pasta buffet, then we're going to have some Nutella, and we did end up having that. And all I can really say, it was a crazy day, and quite embarrassingly so, because, okay, this is what happened. We went out for the buffet, pizza pasta, and it was really good, like exceeded expectations. The pizza was amazing, the pasta was perfect. We were like really surprised because it was quite cheap as well, right? It was $40 for 2 people because we used Groupon, and like the quality might not be that good, right? But we had the pizza, it was amazing, like thin crust, all the ingredients were so fresh, and we enjoyed it. Me and my girlfriend just smashed it, right? And by the time we were finished with everything, so we ordered 3 pizzas and one pasta, and we shared it between the 2 of us. By the time we were finished, we were like so full, like we were like bam, about to explode, and then we're thinking, okay, we're gonna have dessert, because I really wanted to have the Nutella dessert, right? And I was like, okay, so we're gonna catch an Uber to the dessert place, which was about, I think about 30 minutes by Uber, 20 to 30 minutes, right? So we caught an Uber there, got there, and that excitement of getting Nutella just got to me. I'm like, I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to have this. But I didn't realize my stomach was already full, right? So before that, we were trying to walk in the park just to make some space for like lying down in the park, everything like that, just to make some space for that dessert. But it didn't really work that much because obviously we were still quite full. So anyway, we got there, and I looked at the menu, I saw like Nutella goodness, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to order this, I'm going to order that. I ordered the gelato burger, which I didn't realise, but it was actually quite big. And then my girlfriend ordered one, and then I started ordering way too much. Ordered a Nutella granita, Nutella arancino, and I believe there was one more. But I think that those were the 4 things we ordered. So 2 Nutella burgers, 1 Nutella arancino, and the granita as well, right? So we sat down in the corner, and it was quite squashy and everything like that. And you know, the burger came out, the Nutella burger, and it was amazing. Like it was big, it looked juicy, right? I smashed it, and right at this point, I was like about to explode, right? and I'm like, oh, I can't take this, right? And we still had the Arnachino drink, we had the the granita drink and the Arnachino, so which is basically like rice, deep fried, and inside was Nutella. And I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna eat that. This is gonna be embarrassing because they put all that effort to make it fresh for us. Me and my girlfriend were like, we can't finish this, right? This is just gonna be left over. And I spent $30 for the whole dessert, right? I didn't want to waste the money, but I literally could not squeeze anything. Even if you killed me, I couldn't squeeze anything. The food was up to here. I was about to explode any second, and like I could barely sit. I started like, this is the worst food coma that I've ever been in. Like, I've never had that experience before. Like, I literally wanted to spew. I know it sounds disgusting and everything. And we're like, okay, this is it. This is going to be embarrassing. Just leave it and run out of the store. So we actually just left it. And we ran out of the store. And luckily the owner, the girl that made it for us, was somewhere else in the back. So she wasn't really looking. There was one more worker. She was just doing her thing in the back. So we just kind of sneaked out of the shop. And then we went out, right? And as I was walking, like, I kid you not, I couldn't walk properly. My stomach was like, and then we went to the park, and I lied down for like half an hour, trying not to spew, right? And so yeah, that was my story, and never again, basically never again. I'm gonna try to limit my food intake and try not to get too excited, because I tend to do that. Like, I get way too excited, I order this, order that, and in the end I can't finish it, and I'll end up wasting my money, right? Like, obviously the money is not the biggest issue, but I just don't want to like have that feeling where like it's the worst feeling. It's like, it's pretty much like a hangover, the worst hangover I've ever had, right? And like with alcohol as well, like when I drink, I try to control my drinks. I try not to go too hard because I don't really drink too often anyway. So literally one glass of wine and I'm already sleeping. You know what I mean? So I try to control my drinks because I don't want to reach that point where, you know, you feel like crap. Because I just want to enjoy my time. I don't want to have to feel that, you know. But anyway, that was my espresso. I just wanted to mention that today is my day 3 of my low carb. So normally on my low carb days, I usually have about 1700 calories and about 60 grams to about 70 grams of carbs. I try to keep it between 60 to 70, but those carbs are going to be trace carbs only, so carbs coming from just vegetables pretty much. So I have like a lot of tomatoes, cucumbers, mushrooms, some onions, gherkins, those kind of things. So I try to go into a keto mode where I'm like really low carb, and then I'm using fat for fuel. And then what I feel happens, I burn a lot more fat using that kind of diet. So I'm doing carb cycling, as a lot of you must know already. It's all over my videos everywhere. But yeah, so still boiling those eggs. I think they're finished just now. Yep, they look like they're finished. Ooh. Pull them off, and when I get started cooking up the bacon, this is where the bacon magic happens. Okay guys, so what I've done recently, I've started tracking every single thing on my MyFitnessPal, and I find, I mean, it's obviously good to track everything, so to make sure that you're under your calorie limit, but what I find tracking everything, it makes me feel like in the zone. I really find that it makes me feel in the zone mentally, and I feel like I'm really doing the right thing, you know, I feel really focused, and that's what you want to feel. You want to feel focused. So not only are you staying under your calorie limit, but you feel really focused, right? And that's really important, I think. I'm going to cook up 2 slices of bacon. Right, this is where the bacon magic happens. 2 slices of bacon. So yeah, quite simple guys. I've got my scale here, food scale. So I'm going to measure out about 80 grams of tomatoes. So I'm going to have about 80 grams of tomato. I'm going to have some cherry tomatoes, about 50 grams. So it's all mapped out here in my MyFitnessPal. So let's double check that. Man, my iPhone is getting so slow. The battery is destroyed. I literally have to get a new iPhone it's getting so bad, it's frustrating, you know, I just want to chuck it at the wall sometimes. I would start off with 100% battery, I would go out, it would be like 50%, I would go on Google, 10%, and we'll just switch off. A lot of the time we'll just switch off at 20% battery. Yeah, it's so frustrating. But anyway, I guess it's way too old now. Okay, so we've got 2 slices of bacon cooking up. We've got the two eggs boiled. We're gonna have some tomato sauce on top. Onion, 25 grams. Mushrooms, we're gonna start cooking up. Yeah, that's the important one. So I've got some mushrooms here. So I'm trying to have about 50 grams of cooked mushrooms, right? So when my mushrooms cooked, so which is usually about, I find that 80 grams of raw mushrooms equals about 50 grams of cooked mushrooms, right? So that's how I like to estimate it. Watch these mushrooms. These mushrooms are starting to look a little bit old, man. Okay, perfect. 3 mushrooms, 82 grams. So I'm gonna just chuck them in with the bacon. And I find because you're cooking with bacon, you don't really need any other oil. Like, you don't need to use oil because obviously the bacon's quite fatty. So just chop off the mushrooms, stir them in. Bang, sweet. Now I find eating bacon on a diet is just awesome because, you know, you don't really get that many cravings. I don't really get that many cravings during the day. But I find on day 3, my mood swings just start off quite bad. You know, like right now I'm low carb at the moment, and I find that I'm getting quite snappy. But yeah, so I feel like I should be having a cheat day soon. So tomorrow what I'm going to do basically, I'm going to have my controlled cheat day, which is basically going to be just whole grain tortillas. So I'm going to have like maybe 4 to 6 tortillas. I'm going to try to fit it into MyFitnessPal. I don't normally track my high carb days, but on my first high carb day, my controlled high carb day, I'll probably just start tracking them, right, to make sure that I'm under my calories. But for my cheat day for the week, which is, I'm having a cheat day every single week now, I literally don't track anything. I go hard, you know, within that one meal. So I do my workout first, try to get as good of a workout as I can, then have my cheat meal straight after that, go as hard as I can, and then after that try to go really light, so light meals, you know, just salads, tuna, tomato, cucumber, that kind of thing. But yeah, it definitely works so far. It's really about your lifestyle, guys. It's what I find, you know. You want to be able to enjoy your diet. There's no point of going on a diet that leaves you hungry, starving, you know, you can't have any cheat days, any cheat meals, you know. You can't really stay consistent with that. You want to find something that really works for you, that works for your lifestyle as well. So that's why I feel carb cycling is such an amazing diet, you know. You got your low carb days, you got your high carb days. It's pretty decent. Alright, so while this is cooking, I'm going to chop up some tomatoes. Okay, so 80 grams of tomato. Okay. 85. And then I'm going to chuck in some cherry tomatoes as well. So 50 grams of cherry tomatoes, which is about three cherry tomatoes. And my bacon is starting to smell a little bit burnt there. And this is another thing that we need. We need a new pan, because this pan, we've destroyed this pan literally. Because in the beginning when you order a new pan, you really take care of it and everything. but after a while you just stop caring and start scrubbing it with the sponges and that kind of thing, and it literally destroys the material that makes it anti-stick. So basically, yeah, you just have to replace it, get a new pan. And that's one thing I really want to get, is a good pan that doesn't stick. You know, I cook whatever I want, nothing sticks, and all your food comes out looking really good. But when you have everything sticking to the pan, you know, it doesn't really motivate you to cook much. You know, either way I'm going to cook, but yeah. Okay, it's pretty much done. Okay, done skis. Alright, so got tomatoes here. So I've got these gherkins as well, cucumbers, dill. So I find these are really good, right, because they've got really low carbs. They've only got 0.4 grams of carbs per serving, right? And per 100 grams, there's about only 1.3 grams of carbs per 100 grams. It's pretty good, right? So if you're on a keto diet or on a carb cycling diet, I definitely recommend these gherkins. So just have one gherkin and I chop it up in small pieces. And I slice it. Bang. Yeah. This is my little vegetables here. So I chop on the bacon and the mushrooms. 2 bacons. Short-cut bacon. 80 calories in those 2. We've got the mushrooms, 50 grams. Right. And what I normally do is I fry the bacon and the mushrooms with some eggs as well. But today I chose to do the boiled eggs instead. Because I find boiled eggs, they fill me up a little bit more. So I thought, why not? Let's try that. Okie dokie. So now we're going to crack these eggs. And I'm not the best at, you know, peeling eggs, but I'll do my best. Alright. At this point I'm just so hungry, right? That's one thing. I normally wake up and I have some almonds, just to keep my hunger at bay. But today I didn't have any almonds, so quite hungry at this point. Okay, my peeling is definitely not good, but we'll get there. Okay, definitely not good. Okay, that's one egg. Egg number 2. So you guys, I'm planning what I'm going to have for my next cheat day. Okay, this is the question, and we're feeling like some sushi. There's this place that we always go to, it's called Sushi Kotaru, and they make the best damn sushi you ever had in your life. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You know, every time I've gone to that place, they made the best sushi. I've walked out feeling so good. And just last time that we went, which was about, I believe about 2 months ago, and I tried this strawberry rice cake dessert, and it was so good. Like, it was so simple, but it tasted so good, especially after we had lots of sushi. We had like, I think 22 plates between me and my missus, and the sushi was amazing, the dessert was really good. So we're thinking we're going to go back there again in the next 4 days time on my cheat day. And because I haven't had ramen in a while, so we're thinking of having some ramen as well. And I love ramen, right? So we're thinking of, well, I'm thinking of doing a tour. So we're going to do sushi, and then we'll walk down and have some ramen as well. So hopefully it doesn't become the same situation as the Nutella, so I'm exploding, like I'm overeating, so I don't want that to happen. So probably just go easy on the sushi and then have some ramen after that, just to kind of top it off. But we'll try to go for smaller portions, basically, just to be alive after the meal, which is quite important. I don't want to be lying down at the park for 2 hours trying to make space for my stomach, because that was so annoying. Like, I was lying in the park hoping for my food to just start digesting, but my stomach was so annoying. It would not process anything. It was just sitting there, and my stomach was like bloated, like that feeling where your stomach is just bloated, just wants to explode, but you can't do anything about it. That's exactly what happened. So yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen. But yeah, so this is the breakfast, and I made quite a mess here. Oh yes, last thing that I normally put on top is some onions. So I put 25 grams of onions as well. And the thing is with onions, guys, I haven't been tracking. A few weeks ago I didn't track onions, and I used to use a lot of them, right? And onions do have trace carbs, right? So per 100 grams there's quite a lot of carbs. There's about 12 grams of carbs, I believe, in 100 grams of onions. So that's quite a lot, right, guys? Because in 100 grams of tomato there's only about 3.5 grams of carbs. So I would rather have 350 grams of tomatoes rather than 100 grams of onions. You know what I mean? Because 350 grams of tomatoes will fill me up a lot more than just 100 grams of onions, right? So this is what I like to do. Like, I try to think efficiently, how could I have more food for the same amount of carbs? You know what I mean? Because you want to feel full rather than just eat like 25-50 grams of onions and reach your carb limit. Because I find it's really important on your low carb days to reach that super low amount of carbs, so you can really deplete your body of all the carbs. And I find for myself personally, if I reach over 70 grams of carbs on my low carb days, my results are not really good. I really want to deplete my body as much as possible by eating only 60 grams of carbs. 50 grams of trace carbs is really hard for me to do per day, because obviously I have to eat some vegetables to keep myself full. But 60 grams is definitely achievable, and that's what I've been hitting every single day, between 60 to 70. But anyway, I'll just have the onion just for my breakfast, and then after that probably just cut it out. But yeah, this is what my breakfast always looks like in the morning. This is how I always prepare it. Nothing fancy, I like to stick to simple foods, guys, you know what I mean? This is really important, to stick to simple foods, because it means less tracking for you, Less tracking means you're going to reach your goals a lot faster, which is obviously important. Okay, I love when this happens. My scale switches off right in the middle of me putting stuff on it. It's so frustrating. But luckily I saw how much it was. It was about 20 grams. So I have to add about 5 more grams to make it 25. Beautiful. Okay. So this is what the breakfast looks like. We're going to put some salt and pepper on top for some flavour. Okay, I go very generous with the pepper because I love my pepper. I can literally sit here for 2 hours and just pepper this thing all the way. It sounds a bit dirty there. But anyway, so some salt. Okay, that's one thing, guys. I love salt so much. I know it's not really healthy, but there are some things in life that you like to enjoy, and salt on my food, I feel like I definitely need. You know what I mean? Even though I have bacon there, I love my salt, guys. And this is my key ingredient and my key flavoring for all my foods at the moment. So I'm really just smashing this, right? I'm putting this on everything I cook. So it's a sriracha hot chili sauce. I believe it's Malaysian, but I'm not 100% sure. It should say it somewhere. Malaysian, Chinese. There's a few countries that use it, right? So it's a hot chili sauce, and when we're talking nutrition, right? So per serving, there's only 16.8 kilojoules, right? So it's really low. in carbs as well, in sugar, less than 1 gram of carbs and sugar per serving. It's sodium that it has. That's the only thing. It's got 80 grams of sodium per serving. But let's have a look at per 100 grams. So per 100 grams, 336 kilojoules. And we got 2 grams of protein. Okay, I'm surprised it's got protein. That's pretty good. Carbs, it's got 16 grams of carbs per 100 grams though. And we got some sugar, 10 grams of sugar. Okay. Dietary fiber is 3 grams, but you're never really going to use 100 grams of this stuff. You know, you're only going to use like a little bit. But yeah, so I've been using this every single time I cook, and makes all the food taste so good, guys. Right? So even for my breakfast, and I find that chili really does increase your metabolism. You know, always when I've had chili, I feel like, you know, my metabolism's working a lot faster. This is just what I feel, and every time I've lost a lot of body fat is always when I've had a lot of chili in my diet. You know, so obviously you don't want to overdo it. You know, you want to have a good amount, but with anything you don't want to overdo it. You just want to have a good amount. But yeah, so I've got my coffee here as well. Got my coffee, my breakfast. So I'm going to sit down and have this breakfast. Okie dokie. This is my spaceship of a laptop, like you've already seen before. And we literally have to get a new table for it. This is so big, right? Move all this stuff out of the way. Okay. Okay guys, so this is the breakfast, and I always have a coffee as well with my breakfast. We couldn't get the normal coffee that we usually get, which is the hazelnut flavor coffee. Hazelnut flavor in coffee is just so amazing, right guys? But they only had the vanilla one instead, which is also good, but not as good as the hazelnut. We really prefer the hazelnut, and it sells out like crazy. I think some people just buy it in bulk and they just resell it at their shop, honestly, because every time we go to Coles, it's always sold out, right? I've introduced some of my friends to it, the hazelnut flavor, and they haven't gone back. They've always got it, right? So I feel like I've introduced something new to the world, right? In fact, you know, I'll show you. I'll show you the brand. So this is the brand, guys, that you want to get. It's Makona, if I'm pronouncing that correct. The one that you want to get is the hazelnut flavor. Here it says a hint of vanilla, so obviously you got to look for the hazelnut one if they have it in your shop. But yeah, this is the shit, guys. This is what you need to get. It tastes so good. Like, you know, it makes your coffee taste beautiful, and it makes your life easy when you're on a diet. You know, you've got good tasting coffee, especially in between those meals when you feel really hungry and your meal is not due for maybe another hour or two. You know, have some coffee, have some skim milk as well, about 30 ml. This is what I have, 30 ml of milk with my coffee. Beautiful. It sets you up until your next meal. But yeah, so let's have a look at the calories and macros for that meal for you. Alright guys, just finished my breakfast. Man, it was so good. Feels so spicy right now because I've got the crap load of pepper and I've got the chili sauce as well. It's like it's burning my mouth right now. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more great videos coming up for you every few days on my training, on my diet. And I've got lots of cool videos coming up for you. Thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Stay natural.